Right, time for another part of sports. This will hopefully be a part where I manage to complete the campaign in this game. There. Wrong one. I've done 13 missions, I think. Got 7 left. I have a problem. Victims. Could be useful. Be a bit loud.
We should push. No.
It was worth a try.
Scramble, scramble.
Hey girl, how's it going? I had my therapy moved back 30 minutes, so I'll be able to interact for a little bit. Hope it goes well, that you get good use of it. It is good to see you this early. I'm waiting my final oral exam tomorrow, and then I'll be done with everything. Other than that, it's going well. At least today, I have been having a bit more migraine recently. So I'm just looking forward to the summer break for the most part. Are you doing good otherwise?
As you wish. Eats.
Perfect. Looking forward to the what? I'm looking forward to the summer break, to be able to travel a bit and get away from everything. Try this one and see. That works. It did not.
You missed.
I'm doing well, just had a dermatology appointment earlier this morning. So glad I'm almost done with appointments. I guess it's a good thing to like bulk them together into one day so that you have one day to get everything done and over with.
Building assembled. Watch this one.
I should build a castle already.
Of the highest quality.
There's no point in doing that, I don't think. This weapon is so hard to control, like it takes so long to turn it around. That was useful. That was a nice spin.
Only the
Yeah, summer will be nice. How long do you have to wait? And yeah, I'm glad it's all done today so I can chill a bit before before being productive again. We will be going away in about 4 weeks, I think. Maybe 3.5 weeks, so won't be that long. I will be working a little bit before that. Since I'm a student, I don't really have that much work like put out for me already, but I have to rely on, like, if they need extra help, I might be called and stuff. But I have already made some arrangements to have some days where I know I'm heading into work.
as you wish.
Which goes it.
Of the highest. You coward!
4 weeks, so after Pride. Yeah, like we will be heading out around the 12th of July. Like, a lot of people are still at work during June, so most people have their break in around the middle of July. I think that's a good time since usually there's a monsoon season before that in Norway. It's not always a guarantee, but most of the time we have a lot of rain in June, and we have had most of that already. So most of the best weather and the heat will be concentrated after that.
Scramble!
Skip goal to speed up the time a bit.
Building constructed! Watch this one! Another
Guess I'll just add one more of these.
Yes, sir!
Gonna need to move to Norway at this rate because it seems so much better there. In what ways? Like, I think the weather is pretty pleasant from April maybe until September, but other than that, it's pretty cold here. So it can be pretty harsh for ones that aren't used to it. And it's very expensive to live here, so you should definitely have a bit of worth to your name.
As you wish. Of the
This building might actually end up being in the way, so
observe.
it's a bit annoying when I play these maps. Like, I don't really know how they are laid out, but doesn't take that much time for me to see all the other paths I could have taken to make this a bit more optimal. It kind of makes me want to restart, but there's no real point in it. Okay, the other team managed to capture that first, which will actually make this take a lot longer, so I guess I have to restart. America is a shit show. You'll actually seem to care about people there. You get time to relax and not have to constantly be doing overtime and whatnot. And they don't see education as an elective. It's actually expected there, it seems. I would say most of those are true for the most part. But like, you gotta have a lot of education and a lot of things laid out for you to be able to like qualify for decent jobs and stuff, since you might end up, like, if you're a student or you're uneducated, you will end up having to work a lot of overtime and not get extra paid for that stuff. I felt that myself a lot, that I thought I was over the threshold for getting overtime payment, for instance, and it turned out that I wasn't actually. And you kind of feel cheated because you've been putting down a lot of work and you end up not really getting the fruits of your labor. Just stay here, I guess. But I would say that compared to the US, there are definitely pros of being of living in Norway, and should have quite a few like, the opportunities should be a lot better compared to at least how the US is these days. How many hours do people work for full time? It's like 37 to 40 a week, but like, it depends also on how many days there are in a month and stuff, so I'm not really the best person to ask that, but that's like introduction, I guess. It also really depends based on which occupation you have. What do you mean depends on days in the month? Like, for instance, I used to work in retail, and I had actually worked more than 5 days a week, and that should automatically count as having reached the threshold for getting overtime payment for any days that are above that. But I was told that since there was 1 day less of that month, then I hadn't reached the threshold. I need to work 1 more day and the month was about to end, something like that. I don't know if that is true or that is actually a tactic, but like, I would say with the question of lunches, like, it really depends on if you're employed in the private sector or the public sector. The public sector is definitely a lot better than the private one in most ways, but there are also some ways that the private sector is actually better than the public one. But the general rule of thumb is that in the public sector, the lunch is paid, while it's not paid in the private sector. Just wait here, I guess.
Building assembled.
You'll have to place 1, 2, 3 buildings at least. Place 4 buildings on them. So, better to do this side first.
Watch this one.
We get people here driving like an hour to work, forced to take our lunches unpaid, then drive back home, and that's typical for a lot of people. It's crazy. Like, I need to work from home and be lazy.
Immediately.
Yeah, like, I can definitely understand that with the distance
Of the highest.
between towns and population centers in the US. A lot of people have to drive very long commutes, and that sounds like a terrible life to live over a longer period, since you actually end up using a lot of time for work. And yeah, time is valuable, actually. Time is worth more than money in most cases, I would say. There are a lot of people in the districts that also make those long commutes, but I think most people are able to do short commutes or even do work from home deals, like how people used to do it under the pandemic. Right now I should have been able to block them, I think. I don't think I can. I can't see the building there. Was an invisible wall there, apparently. Never been me, I can't understand how people do that. I've been dealing with that periodically, that I've had to commute for a long time and be sent to a lot of different places to work. And back then I used to have a lot more energy and a lot less trouble with my health, so it
This one.
did work out, but it wasn't ideal, of course.
No.
So I'm definitely looking forward to having a more stable arrangement in the future. You almost killed Fumblewick.
Each
This piece of the roof is kind of in the way, but try my best. Of course it explodes in that direction. Yeah, almost everyone was forced to come back to offices after pandemic, which is crazy, because clearly everything worked fine while people worked from home. Yeah, that is an issue that I think a lot of country has dealt with. And I think a lot of people, like in Norway, a lot of people decided to... a lot of businesses decided to choose whether or not they wanted people back in the office or they wanted people to actually stay at home. And many of them chose to let people choose themselves and give people a lot more flexibility, which is definitely a good thing. Can understand why they want people to come back to the office, but at the same time, that doesn't work for everyone necessarily, especially since it's something that kind of changed the landscape over the course of a few years. Let's see, this guy is far end of construction, it seems. Yeah, I don't think these invisible walls have been there in the PlayStation version, because I can't really remember not being able to jump there. Okay, gotta get to therapy now, so I'll be lurking. Good luck with the game. The office is only for micromanaging, like 90% of the cases. Yeah, that is very true, actually, so that's what kind of people have for their reasoning. I hope you have a good time in therapy. It was pleasant to see you, and I will see you soon. It's so warm in here and kind of humid since it has been raining a little bit today. Oh, that was a good shot. I should be able to build from up here. I can actually already build a citadel
Highest quality.
for whatever reason. I don't know why I can't use my jetpack anymore since I placed the building.
I think we will. Master.
I don't know why they don't build on that side. I need to take down that building as well, but there's no rush to do that really. Maybe to take down that building would be helpful.
Building assembled.
I guess they read my mind.
You cannot halt our progress. Only the best.
They keep here, why not? My final worm select. That's the one I want to take down. Okay. This weapon is so stupid sometimes. Alright, that works.
Yes, master.
I might actually be able to construct there before I manage to get my buildings anywhere close, but we shall see.
Building created.
Good shot.
As you wish.
Align my team on this side now.
Of the high.
Come on, what are you trying to achieve? I think I'll restart since once again I found a new strategy. I think it's probably best to just deal with one side first, especially since I will need to capture that victory location before there again after I've destroyed their first building. I did say to myself that I wouldn't restart this much, but apparently that wasn't as easy as I thought.
Victory location captured. Fire! You cannot hold our of the highest quality. You coward! Building constructed.
Lucky so far with the retaliation.
Only the best technology for you. You coward! Building constructed. Watch this one.
Right, so I'll have my entire team this side.
Only the best. Building assembled. Fire!
It's an interesting aspect with this game and the other 3D entries in the series that it's a lot more complicated than just having to choose the direction and like choose strength and height of your shot, but like compared to a 2D map, it's actually a 3D environment with a lot more to take into consideration. Takes a lot more to actually perfect shot in.
You coward! Building created! This one!
Little glitch in the map there.
Immediately.
In those in the PlayStation version at times as well, but I think it's more prone to happen in the. It's more prone to happen in this version from like on the PC.
Of the hut.
It actually help whittle down the health of some of these buildings or make it a bit easier, but I really hit them. This one maybe?
Observe.
Nope, not at all. I tried.
Building created! Fire! You cannot hold our... It's Allah.
Not sure if I can make a better shot of it this time. Yeah, I run into like invisible walls for some reason. Yeah, I guess I'll just have to do with that building.
Yes, sir.
I'd say that's good enough. It also gives me space to deal with the next one.
Building created. Fire!
I think if I use this thing, then maybe that'll help deal with the building at the start as well. It hit the other one, but I didn't do that much. But it didn't do that much to the stronghold.
Building constructed.
But it did. The building there in the corner.
This one. best technology. Observe.
Hopefully it's enough. Yes, it was. Bit of a gamble to make sure that you don't hit your own building as well. It was pretty close, but I didn't do that.
Good move indeed. Building created.
I think like there's a application back here
Watch this
and
one.
there. For a moment.
As you wish.
Yep. That'll actually help me to get very close to the other team.
I think.
But these menus are actually very slow and it's slowing me down. Lost. Why doesn't the forward button work? Yeah, that is actually pissing me off. Like I lost so much time there. Come on. What is that crap?
Building constructed.
We still have one turn, so there should be a bit of grace for me being able to build there, but you never know. Okay, that actually didn't work. You know what? I'm gonna restart for the third time.
As you wish.
Okay, I think I might have some issues with my W key. For whatever reason, it has never acted up before. But work optimally. I don't really play a lot of games with mouse and keyboard either, so that's very weird. You won't get as far as I was hoping. I think that's one of the downsides with having levels be time-based. Like, for some people it's very, very fun to speedrun and do it quickly and get the gold medal. For others, like, it's very stressful actually to have to get the best time possible and do the optimal route. And
This one.
it doesn't get as enjoyable to play with a time crunch. What I'm trying to say. Hopefully I won't have these issues going forward. The W key and stuff.
Yes, sir. you wish. Only the best technology. You coward! Building created! Fire! As you wish. Of the highest quality. You coward! Building constructed!
The shots seem to be
As you
ending up in that tree.
Of the high.
I'll do an airstrike, why not? It'll help me to do these buildings. By much, but by a little bit. Pretty minimal.
Building assembled! Watch this one! Of the highest.
Guess I'll try this again. I'll aim here this time. Nope, doesn't work.
Yes, sir.
But this guy decides to build a corner.
Watch this one.
Decent shot. We hopefully not have any issues now with making sure everything goes smoothly. Be nice if I'm able to do this rhino shot for both of the buildings. Okay, that was unexpected. think there's any saving this. There. Nope. God damn it. Hello Platty, how are you doing today? Game is a bit old, and although it runs pretty good, it does have its flaws, so having a bit of trouble with the strategies. Good to hear that you're doing good. It's not always a given. Should help me a bit. Thankfully it was a decent shot as well.
Yes, sir. Building created.
Not really unexpected, given that I had two worms standing very close. Should be enough to use this.
Oh, get scramble, scramble. Building constructed.
Just complete this, and if I don't get a gold medal, I'll just finish it off stream, since it will take a while for me to be happy with the results here.
Only the best.
Realized that since I destroyed that other building one round early, I will be able to get a keep, or I get a citadel very close to their stronghold. This could be good actually,
Yes, master. A good
or
move
no,
indeed.
it's not.
Building created.
I guess it is actually, since I can space the citadel better. So, silver lining. Do you win by full destroying their base? Yeah, basically. It's interesting that you seem to catch on pretty quickly. I have tried to explain this to Jack a few times, but he doesn't understand the point. But there are several ways you can join. You can like win, I mean. either you will have to destroy their base, their main building, which is a stronghold, or you will have to kill all their enemy players. But like this is a single player campaign mission, so there might be other like criteria as well, such as I need to build a wonder, for instance, which is another building, or sometimes you need to get certain crates, which you can see on the map in the top left corner. So for this one, I need to destroy their stronghold. I need to collect victory locations, which are the ones with the star, to build a endgame building. And then that endgame building has to be built at the site of their stronghold. So if I mess up any of those, I will have to do it again. Can't build on this side right now, so we'll go all the way to the other side of their base to construct a single building.
Building constructed.
They won't even use it. They will. Most of the weapons are tied to the buildings, but there are some weapons that
What's this one?
they can use regardless. Seem to prefer to use those. Now my forward key seems to work again. No idea why it didn't. Important not to step on the landmines.
It's alive. We should push on, Master.
There was a guinea pig cannon in action.
Scramble, scramble.
Mine not friends. They are definitely not to worms or to humans. With this game, this is one of the first ones. Not the very first, but it's like the second one, I think. That was in 3D, while the other earlier games were in 2D. So they've taken actually not that many weapons from the classic games, and mine is one of those, and the grenades and bazooka and stuff. And they have developed a lot of weapons that are like integrated with the buildings, so that to get the better weapons, you have to get the better buildings.
No.
Do you have any exciting plans for the summer, Larry?
A slight problem, Master.
Peace, Bogon.
Of the highest quality. Yes.
Hope I don't mess this one up.
Observe.
Oof. Didn't expect that to go happen in one go. Trebuchet is a very strong weapon. No, I just headed to work soonish. Hopefully, you won't have to work all summer. I don't know, there's those who have to do that as well. And if it's not too warm, then it's not too bad to work during the summer, I guess. I have done that myself some years too.
How dearie me! How dearie me! How dearie me!
Since they are all gone now, I can continue without having to wait for them to use turns and stuff.
Only the best.
I think that's it. Yep. That was actually pretty quick. I mean, for like this turn, of course, since I did end up restarting 3 or 4 times. After this cutscene, there will be a very loud audio. So, warning, turn down your volume. About 3, 2, 1. I can't really turn that down. I wish I could, but this is an old game, doesn't have that many settings. All these poor dead worms. Yeah, they were warriors. They didn't have good intentions. That was the second last mission for the Oriental chapter. Started with Fall of the Warlords, then Rise of the Monks, Fall and Rise of the Defenses, Rise, Fall, and Rise of the Wonder, and then Rise, Fall, Rise, etc. or whatever. This one is one I remember to be very difficult. Like, for most of these aren't really too hard, like the very easy one, the first campaign mission. This one is fairly easy. This one as well. This one was a bit tricky. This one is a bit more tricky again. I would say the Greek missions are pretty straightforward, most of them, except for these 2 final ones. These 2 first ones are pretty easy. This one is intermediate or something. And then these ones are hard. And then we have the medieval ones at the very end. What the objective will be in this mission. Have what castle? Cutters aren't really that useful.
Immediately, master.
Destroy the Mongol stronghold and kill all the worms. By destroying the stronghold, they will all die, so that's not really an issue. Do I have a jetpack? Not. Or how I'm supposed to get rates and stuff. I think I'll push my luck with trying to hit them first. Probably have only 1 super hippo. Have 2? Okay. The rhino as well, although it is a bit unreliable at times.
Building created.
Did have a pen here, I think, but I placed it. That building didn't survive for long.
Eats. Scramble, scramble.
Using the same weapon. Another, yeah, another easy hit there.
Immediately.
Reoccurring theme here. Every building I try to construct will be destructed. Alright. I think I want to do a test shot with the
Scramble.
bridge launcher and see how I can do with that. Then if I don't get a shot, I start. It's actually pretty far down there. Wonder if I can get up somewhere. Might have to use a girder or something.
Watch this one.
My poor stronghold.
As you wish. Eats.
Can't really see the stronghold too well either. I think I need to have definitely 3 seconds. Perfectly level. Then I fire with like 80% strength. It's about what is required. Nice early base damage. Thank you. It is a bit challenging at times with this game, especially since there are like a metal base system for this level. These levels, so the less time you spend, better rewards you will get.
Eats alive.
did actually use super hippos, I kind of forgot. I think that'll be a little bit low. About there. Also a bit low. Should be alright. As long as I don't get stuck here. Sometimes it skips to like the next action without showing all the damage you do to buildings and stuff, and then it's kind of hard to decipher how much more you need to inflict.
What's this one?
Okay, I still can't build on that building. Right. Bad. Now I'm in a position where I can't really see the building that well. Try this one. That works, I think. Should be about that height.
Let us operate.
That was a bit much. I guess so.
You missed. What's this one?
Interesting that sometimes having the high ground is actually the disadvantage. Don't get a lot of wind for the next one. Nothing. That works for me. And the building is... Find something there. Not ideal. I think I can hit really without... Yep, I will hit obstacles in. Try once more and see if I can get a better start. I only have 5 towers as well. Guess I could try to use a girder. Thing is that this does consume my turn, so I can't launch an attack or anything. Some of the games you can build a girder and still be able to proceed with your round, but you can't build more girders within a turn. That's not the case here. That won't really be effective with it.
As you wish.
Just want to know how I rotate girders. And move it down. Like the controls can be so finicky. Backspace, enter. Please, no, that was cancel apparently. Do it from this height instead. That's annoying. Like, I think there was a border there. I couldn't go further.
Master.
Third time's the charm, after all.
It's alive.
Yep, definitely stops there. This is good as anything. I might still be able to launch a cluster attack from above, but they won't be able to like launch anything that lands at the foot of the building. Hello, Volnada. Welcome in. It is good to see you. Thank you for the hydrate as usual. How are you doing today? I would say I'm doing pretty well. I don't really have a migraine today, although I had a bit of a bad period lately. And I've been able to stay at home and stuff, but I've been a little bit on edge and a little bit annoyed with this game and with other things, so I'm trying to keep my composure. Composure, how are you doing? Okay, that did nothing. I wasted a turn to build a girder that did nothing.
It's alive.
Try to find some weapons and stuff. I'm sleepy, been sleeping all day, waking up and falling back into sleep. Some people are heavy sleepers and can sleep a lot. I slept for 1 hour yesterday since I had a migraine, and because of that I couldn't sleep until 2 a.m. So that was something. I'm so annoyed by
As you wish.
like the whatchamacallit. There's these very small. Sometimes I can't even English. Really have to do everything specifically, or like
Immediately.
yeah, time between is very limited. Normally have problems getting to sleep. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Like I remember you had a period, it was earlier this year or it was even late last year, that you really struggled with sleep. It surprised me that you were actually able to sleep that much.
We should push.
Can I get on top of the building, please? This game is really just mocking me at this point. The word I was looking for earlier was margins, like you have such slim margins to do whatever you're supposed to do. I want to go that way, like I didn't press that button. We shall try again. Basically chronic sleeping problems, but today I guess it got to me finally, so my body decided to go into recharge mode. Guess that was about time. For some reason I didn't hit the crate. I think it'll maybe not be that many missions we get done today. You really need to be optimized for me to be able to do anything, really. Wish they could do another game in this style, but with like more modern elements, better controls, and not so much reliance on having to do everything perfect. Why didn't I hit the crate there? I have no idea.
I think we will find a use.
Okay, so the mine was there. I'm all the way over here. That should not hit me. But I didn't have time to jump off because I didn't hit the crate when I thought I did. If this keeps happening, it might be a very short stream. Be on this side, I think. Better to align my jump. Come on, little worm, you can do this. We'll go to the lower side this time. It is actually better to jump up on the railing. The very end there. Right, and then it's the other worm. Needs to not get stuck or anything. Which actually does end up happening. Wow, are you kidding me? This guy, easy for him to jump up. Even though I did get stuck in the building there. I don't remember where I aimed. Was here? Then 80%, was it? More or less. Yeah, I didn't end up hitting the building that well, after all. Like, that's what I've been saying, like, you need to do it 100% each step, or it won't pay off. Okay, so I can actually jump there, I don't need to fall there. I didn't know. Yep. Really giving me a hard time. A little bit of time to line up. Worth it. Thing is, Ulmada, is that you need to like angle your jumps as well. Like, you can do a neutral jump, or you can have a key pressed, and then you need to also make sure your jump is adjusted while it's in the air. So it's a bit ridiculous in terms of what it demands from the player. And I ended up doing full strength fire. So I can give you an example here. Like, if this is a normal jump. If I do the double jump, this is a normal double jump. It defaults to doing backwards, so I had to do it forwards. And like, you can do one jump, and then you can do like second one to further and higher up. And then like, I can angle it in the air so that I, instead of going full forward, fully forward, can go like fully forward, and then I can go like upwards and backwards. So I need to hit like the exact point. For instance, if I try this once more, if I go, I start here and then I try to do a normal jump to hit the star. Like, I won't hit the star. I'll go back. And then I'll do the same jump, but I'll try to angle it. And then I need to basically hit perfectly on the crate. Like, if I hit there, I don't hit the hitbox, perhaps? I think that's very weird. Yeah, I not played this Worms game. I think my last one was Worms WMD. That is one of the newer ones, which is a lot of fun. And that is optimized. This one is from 2004. And the 3D aspect is a bit harder to deal with. This is why I'm a bit obsessing over having to do everything correctly, since one small mistake will result in me having to do the whole process over again. I could do all of this just to get a weapon and just to get back in time to shoot a projectile at the enemy, but I end up not having a lot of time to calibrate my shot. Got stuck again, but I got up. There. And for the love of God, only 80% this time. That was a little bit too little, I think. We shall see. Yes, it exploded prematurely. Thing is that I could collect this crate later, but good to have it over with, since it's hard to hit with the fridge launcher, the first weapon I use. And if I do a good shot with that, I can basically use all the super hippos I have, and I should be able to take them out in 4 turns. If I don't do 4 turns, I can, of course, spend a little bit more time. But some of the weapons are very hard to hit with from that angle. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Let us operate.
Let's see if this is alright or not. It's a lot more optimal. Was kind of what I was aiming for. Good. Still a bit high for my liking. I'll try to not complain anymore. I'll roll with this one. The worms do groan as well. It's interesting.
What's this one?
These AIs are configured to more or less make perfect shots every time, so they are very tricky to deal with.
It's alive.
Like, even being here, there's like a basket thingy that kind of blocks and obscures my path. I think that I could be able to hit it with this one here. Make a good shot. Okay, that does actually contribute towards my main goal. Need to be Still need to be less than 750 of health. At least I'm not tilted anymore, so that's good. My poor little decoy building.
No! Oh, no! Immediately, master.
Okay, that actually worked. I was worried that I would fall down and crack my skull or something. Best to have all the worms up here. Hope this isn't Murray from the Sly series. Could be. By the way, these small buildings are towers and the square ones are keeps. They have a better selection of weaponry, so that's why they might opt to use those more. And the one I have is a castle, which is the building with the next tier again. Like the tier 3 building. And there is also a round one, which is called the Citadel, which gives you access to basically all the weapons. I want to jump in the flames, preferably. P53. I do another one of this weapon. They should be done. I don't think there are any more objectives. I just need to destroy the stronghold, and it says kill all the worms, but they all die if their stronghold is removed, so that should be a problem. Like, even if you chose to kill all the worms first, you would still have to use a few turns to destroy the stronghold.
What's this one?
It's impressive how they're able to
Check our
hit the small building in the back. Yeah, I can't. I played this game since I was like 7 years old, and even I can't do that. I think this is the end of the level.
How dearie me! How dearie me!
There's so many of them, it takes so long for them to die. Invasion. Oh, thwarted probably means stopped or something. Your PC died and restarted? That's not a good sign. Welcome back, I guess. Unless you're on mobile. There'll be another warning for audio, so turn down your audio if you're not good with file alerts. Yeah, since that one can't turn out that. I'm back on my PC, okay. Let's see. Oriental Hat. The next map. I got a new weapon, which is a nuclear strike. It's a bit underwhelming, honestly, but it's one of the ones that you can't use until you unlocked it. So now I've done 5 maps for each theme. First we had the Egypt theme, then there's a Greek theme, and the ones I did now, the 2 maps, were in the Oriental theme, and the next ones are from the Medieval theme. So we'll start those once I've taken a short break. Control Alt Delete to get out of that game since I can't tab out. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Show you some fly music in the meantime, coincidentally enough. I've forgotten to unmute. I didn't say anything of value, really. This is one of those missions where you need to destroy one building at a time. And of course, where they have their stronghold, I will need to build my building for whatever reason. Build a keep on the side of the Duke's stronghold.
Immediately, master. Another piece of the puzzle is solved.
Try like use time of 2. Try this height maybe. Full strength. That was a bit far. I'll reset that one. Just since it's so early. Since we're in the medieval theme now, we have different theme buildings.
Only the best technology for you, master.
I think I'll go with the same height at least. Reduce it to like this. Ah, it was still too far. I think I didn't set it to 2 seconds. That's my fault.
Only the best technology for you, master.
Seconds. Okay, they still explode late.
Only the best technology for you, Aslan.
There about that fight.
Observe.
Not set it to seconds. Does confuse me quite a lot. Like, I did click 2 seconds, I'm pretty sure, but like the last round it didn't actually register. And since there was another interaction going on.
Another piece of the puzzle is solved.
2 seconds, please. I'll do fire for the sake of it.
Let us operate.
Right, that was pretty decent, I would say. And always get that one down first try. Grunt 1, Grunt 2, and Grunt 3. I guess they either forgot to change them or they didn't put in a lot of effort into this one. Yikes, my poor weapon factory. No science lab, I mean. I'm not locked in right now. This one I only have 3 worms, I think. My second, third, and fourth. My first worm isn't here.
Let us operate.
Did use less strength, but didn't do anything. I don't know why. Layer 2, Cornwall.
Scramble!
This is apparently set in South England. Medieval times.
As you will. Of the highest.
Wonder if I could just do code sometimes. What if I try to do one second one? I got the lighthouse there. Second.
Let us operate.
Okay. That works.
Yes, sir.
Need to find a place here. Maybe I need to actually go. I need to use the lighthouse. See that they have a citadel up there. It's the strongest building in the game. come on. Controls are so hard sometimes.
Another piece of the puzzle is solved.
Ah, that was almost all of it. Eighth health remains for this building.
What's this one?
Could have ended up messing that up, but thankfully I didn't. No, the lighthouse has been claimed.
Yes, sir.
The unfortunate fate of the local priest. Fair enough, they will be attacking a base that guarded, since we will all be here. Attack their base.
Of the highest quality. Yes.
I'll try another minigun, why not? Man, that one is annoying. It gets split in two pieces. Well, due to this game, I knew what Chili con Carnage was before I knew what Chili con Carne was.
Immediately, mad.
I feel like I have it in place, although it's taking a bit of time.
Let us operate.
The way all that ice melted.
Yes, sir. Fire! As you will.
think this is one of the strongest one I have at the moment. Since I'm very close, I should be able to not mess this
Let
up.
us operate.
It was about 125, 150, I think. It actually did more. I know too much about this game.
Scramble, scramble.
There's one called Duke. Thought that was Grunt 4. Interestingly enough, it wasn't.
Watch this one.
I just hope I'm able to deal with all their buildings before they deal with my one strong building. Might be out of luck here, actually.
Observe. Watch this one.
Last worm has to move.
Observe.
Didn't look did much difference. It does. I think I'll use the Chili con Carnage for the next one.
Immediately, master.
Don't know if I'm able to nestle this in the building, but somehow, I think. Usually depends on which way the potion go, and that didn't do much actually. I think one of them even went down there by the fire. It could have hit my buildings. Not bad.
Let us operate.
Yeah, I just went through the building. I think I'm actually gonna restart this since not really in my favor anymore. Taking a lot of time for certain tasks.
Of the highest.
Put the weapon factory there, why not? science lab, I mean, I keep calling it the wrong thing. Okay, so then it was this. Decided to do like this height. 1 second. There's of course this tiny little piece of 2 health. Just my luck. Do that one more time.
Of the highest.
Second fuse time. Go. That's strength maybe? This time it worked. It's great when you actually get to save a turn and kill a worm as well.
A good move indeed. Yes, sir.
But the science lab is gone once again. Once again I almost called it a weapon factory. A little bit unsure as to what to do since I've started to contemplate maybe destroying their keep or attacking. Maybe I'll just go to the citadel one. That is it. Really be able to make a hit yet.
What's this one? No. Let us operate.
Remember when I played this as I was younger, it was a game I really enjoyed a lot, and I can see why it takes forever to finish. You spend a lot of time doing these menial tasks.
Only the best technology for you, Master.
Very tempting to go for that building now, but to do that when I'm done with this maybe.
Observe. Yes, sir.
Be gone from attacking my stronghold to there.
No. Oh.
I was unfortunate with how they ended up spreading. Even with the camera, I'm not able to see where it's pointing since soft locked on the worm itself. Come on. I put myself through all this misery. Disclaimer, that is not supposed to happen. That was outside of my control.
Another piece of the puzzle is
So the keep here, why not? There's no point in putting the weapon factory. We destroyed in one turn regardless. Let's try it once more.
of the highest quality. Yes.
Bit more strength to it.
Let us operate.
Much better spread, although didn't completely do the job. A lot better. Wonder if I have grenades or if I only have the bazooka in this. Both grenades and bazookas would be nice.
you wish. Of the higher.
I do forget what I'm supposed to do. Happens sometimes.
Let us operate.
The best place to leave your teammate.
As you wish.
Stuck there.
Let us operate. No.
That's what's annoying, that you can do these buildings in one turn if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, it can take 3 to 4 turns. There's a lot of hot seat time as well, which does amount to something in the end. Could be one of the first missions where I outright.
Watch this one. Let us operate.
It's also an insult to leave a tiny bit of the building. Deal with later.
Yes, sir. Watch this one. Let us operate.
And I missed. Wow. There's also the thing about this game, sometimes the hitboxes aren't what they appear to be. Just roll with it, I guess. I'm tired of having to start over again and not even having seen how the second part of map possibly plays out.
Of the hut.
Would be nice if I'm able to clear this in one go, but I don't think so.
Observe.
Nope. 2 goals, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
I lost about half the health of this building. Yeah, it's counting to like 2/3 of it.
Immediate.
Do I have repair building? Okay, I do actually have that, so there is a way for me to actually survive this.
Observe.
That's a relief at least.
Watch this one. Another piece of. Let us operate. Scramble, scramble. Fire. Immediately. Observe.
Hoping to hit a bit higher, but I'm still happy with that.
Yes, sir.
Decide when I want to deal with the stronghold. Interesting choice. I was so sure they would for the stronghold, but no. I want to do this one now.
Observe.
Perfect. Still, there was one piece that fell down. Seems. Based on the late effect. Fire there. They would all be nestled inside the building. Okay, I don't like the look of this. Might actually mess with me. Yep. For some reason, even though let's see. For some reason, even though there's a building there, can't even zoom, the one in the middle, that one doesn't connect to that, only the building that I had before, not one of the buildings that I made later. So because there was a connection there, not there but there, that was the only link between that house and this lighthouse, which was the only link. Nothing else. Yeah.
We should push on, Master. Observe.
I can mess with them this way. See, I decided to go for that building now. I think the play is honestly to make sure that there is a building here as well. And yeah, for some reason that actually created a link there, which is very weird that it wasn't there before. Oh yeah, right, since that building would... This game doesn't always make sense as I think it would. Try to shot from here. This one. But this will probably be a fail since
Let us operate.
yeah, I'm not able to gauge it too well. Thankfully I didn't destroy my own stronghold, but yeah, that happened.
Be careful, Master.
This will probably be my first bronze medal. But wasn't there a link? Okay, this is actually messed up.
You will.
There was a link between the building of this worm and this building as well. But yet, since this building fell, apparently this link didn't register or something. That is It's very buggy. I'll just end this mission. This doesn't pose for a fair fight, I would say. Remember having such a big issue with this, but apparently difficult one. Thank you very much for watching. I think I might do a stream next week, but I'm not really sure. It all depends on how much time I have and stuff. So hope everyone has a great rest of their day and that you get a good week with great weather and stuff. And I hope to see you soon. Bye for now.